send you all the PDF, so you have it anyway. So if you just need paper to take notes, raise your hand on that, and we'll give you some paper. Yeah.
Okay, 5 cents. All right, I'll be back.
And then I want to ask you, first of all, is everyone connected? You need paper. I said I need some. Here.
I need this. Is this what you want me to write on?
Thank you, that's what that was for.
And,
No.
okay, I'll need to get your email then. Okay, great, Susan.
Last name you want answer?
Yeah.
Susan Talbot. That's you. JD, that's you. And Barney.
Barney,
So I'm missing the young lady in the yellow.
And
Get that one.
Debbie?
Paper.
And have you been up before?
I have not.
And meanwhile, I'm going to ask you a few questions so I know where to start. Okay. Does anyone already have a website? If you already have a website, raise your hand. Okay. If you designed that website, raise your hand.
Designed a website?
Pardon?
Designed a website?
If you designed your website already, I just want to know who you are in the room. Kind of feeling my people out here, making sure I don't say anything I shouldn't be saying. No.
Okay.
Do you know what a domain name is? Raise your hand. Okay, Ellen. And do you know how to get a domain name? Do you know where to go to get a domain name? Okay, so most of us know where to go to get a domain name. I get mine from GoDaddy. They're cheap. You know, domain names, you know, they're just a name. I don't need to pay $1 million for a domain name. Some places, Network Solutions, I think, cost $25, $30 sometimes, and it changes, so I don't like that. The hosting elf is my reseller of GoDaddy. So I have that up because I have my account and I'm going to be using it. But I get my domain names there. As a reseller, I get them cheaper. But as just somebody coming up there, you get them for like $9.99. They're relatively inexpensive. I have some clients that think they need to buy out all the domain names, period. And then we've got a couple, 100 domain names out there for one client. And in theory, it was a great idea, but I can't imagine how much it's costing him, each year, because it's an annual fee. So you need to understand that about your domain name, it's an annual fee. And then there's hosting. Who knows what hosting is? Raise your hand. Okay. Hosting is what makes that domain name stay up in the web. And again, I use GoDaddy. Now, I don't believe they're the best hosting company out there. They're who I know. And I'm comfortable with them because their back end is user-friendly for me because it's what I use. So the more you're into something, the more you know it. It is pretty intuitive. They have a lot of support. Whenever I have an issue, I can't do something, and I know it's rare, but it happens, I can't do something. So what I do is I'll have to call support, and they help me. And they're American speaking, and they help me. And I get from, help me to, oh, thank you. And so I'm just grateful for that. So that's what I use now, GoDaddy. And so that being said, we got to have a strategy behind it. So I think with marketing in mind, it depends on what is this domain name for? What am I trying to sell? What are my keywords? And can I incorporate my business name and my keywords in there if they're not already together? So Ellen is wanting to get hired. And she thinks that hireellen.com is a great name. And so do I. I think it's awesome. I also know that when I did the search, Hire Ellen DeGeneres came up, so I thought that was hilarious. And of course, that was a premium name. It would have cost you a lot of money if that was what you wanted. But hireellen.com is only going to be $850. So put some thought into your domain name when you're searching for it. What I do here is I can just type in hireellen.com. And I'm going to tell you, it's really important check your spelling. I've bought a few domain names that are spelled wrong. It's not a horrible thing because they actually advise you to buy the frequently misspelled domain names. Because if you're gonna do it, they're gonna do it too. So you can just redirect them to the same domain name. So hireellen.com is available, and with my reseller account, it's only $8.50. So I'm gonna click add it to the cart, and hopefully I'm still connected. Let's see. So my next step is just go straight over to continue and registration, because I'm only doing the one. Now, with this source, they do try to upsell everything. So you just gotta watch the and say no thank you, no thank you, no thank you. Or you're gonna be paying $100 by the time you're done.
Lisa, can I ask you, you're on your site, your website, or?
No, this is GoDaddy. This is my reseller account.
Oh, you have a reseller
Mm-hmm.
called the Hosting Elf.
Yes. Yes,
I'm
if you
not
go to
finding
the
it.
hostingelf.com, you're supporting my little habit. That's all. Otherwise, and you'll get them cheaper because I give everyone the discount that I'm getting. So I'm really not getting anything. Let's see.
I'm not finding.
Check your spelling.
Yes, you don't want higher felon.
No. Please no.
All right, one thing I want to point out here is this registration link. They always want you to do more than you want to do. And there is a little trick to that though. In the search engine optimization world, they do like you to have your domain name for more than 1 year. Because then you are a little bit more of somebody who has a vision. You know, they don't think you're just somebody who's gonna maybe be up there for a year and then out. So that does give you some relevance, just saying. So I need to get rid of one of these. And I'm checking my spelling, hire, and that's incorrect, so, let's not do that
Oh,
again.
no, please no.
Hire, see?
Higher.
See how easy that is? Hire Llewellyn.
Oh.
So let's try again. I'm glad I did that for you. Whew, I wish I planned it.
Good job.
Now, do we need the .net, the .org, the .biz, the .us, all those? No. No. I mean, if you're wanting to make sure nobody else, if you were Walmart, yes, get them all. You know, if you were someone big out there and you need protection of your name, yes. But I don't think Ellen really has to worry about that one.
I think I'm okay.
So, hireellen.com is correct. I say continue to registration. The 1 year is good. And then I'm going to say next. And then they're going to, you know, buy this. I'm just saying next. And then again, see, they want to add email. No, I got email free because I'm buying this domain name, people. You don't have to get their extra stuff. I have 24 oh, don't worry about that. It's just business I got to handle. So my total is going to be $893. I'm going to continue to the checkout. Now I've already got a credit card on file with them. I've got a PayPal account on file with them. So I have an easy, fast process. Yes, dear?
No, I was just signaling
Oh.
Miss Nicole because I gave up my paper.
But this is where you would put in your information, and then your final step is you do have to say, I agree to the terms, and then you place your order now, and they're gonna tell you you have purchased your domain name. So, yay.
Yay, Ellen.
Yes, Ellen, that'll be $850, please, or $893.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just messing with you.
No, she's not messing with you.
That's right, that's right.
That's
In front of everybody.
That's right.
So now what I need to do is I need to apply hosting to that account.
Okay.
And being a reseller and having more than one domain name, I have one hosting account that my website's on, that I apply my charitable cases to. So I'm not going to, if I was to have a new client, I'm not going to put them under this heading. I would give them a whole new hosting account because I think it's unfair to do them that way. they need to have the full advantage of their bandwidth and all that. Now, my charitable accounts, they get little. So,
So can I say something about
Yes.
that? Okay, so so I don't know if you just caught that, because there's a little technical piece in there.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you buy hosting, you can put more than one website on one hosting account, is what she's saying.
right,
And so an example is, one of our dear friends who has a ministry, she hired a web designer. The web designer made her website, hosted it on his hosting, the one that he had for his website, like she's saying, and charged her what a full price hosting package would be.
which is not rare, it happens a lot.
A lot, right? And then when she became frustrated with the customer service that he gave, she said, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna do website stuff with you anymore. I need to know my FTP, my blah, 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 all this technical stuff, because we talked to her and said, this is what you asked for. And so she said, okay, and he said, well, you'll have to go buy hosting all on your own again and do this. So you see what I'm saying? So she paid what she thought was a full year of hosting, but he just charged her this $80 or something, and it was on his site, and then she had to go pay again, because she didn't really buy it in the first place. Did y'all just catch that?
Yep. When you're choosing a host company,
Make sure what you're doing.
yeah. And if you don't know what you're doing, it's okay to ask somebody who does know, okay? I don't mind a phone call, I don't mind an email, Lisa, I need help with this, I don't mind. And I will charge you. Just saying, so.
Right, she's an entrepreneur.
Gotta pay my hosting bills.
That's right.
But what you do need to know is there are local companies out there, and that's great. McBride Website Design, I started with them, and I do use their hosting for several accounts. The reason is those clients require better hosting than GoDaddy gives me. GoDaddy gives me shared space, and that means, and then they overload their servers. I know this to be a fact. I have downtime, but my website I'm not so worried about. Somebody else's that is like, say, Walmart, they have to be worried about that. And then the amount of people coming to their website, the traffic, they really have to know what's going on. So that's a little about the scope of things, but if you do local hosting, just ask them, how long have they been in business? You don't want somebody who just started and somebody who's doing it in their basement. You don't want a hosting company where their server is at their house. Just saying. Okay. So now I'm gonna add the hosting here, and this isn't something you guys would really do because of the hosting account situation. So I'm just gonna kind of breeze through it, and I'm launching my website, my hosting. And then this is the back end of GoDaddy. And I'm going to click the domains, and here you'll see my charitable cases. So you'll notice, let's see, and then I'll add a domain. And then so the domain name is Hire Allen, there it is. It'll generate. And then I'm going to put it in a folder with the same thing.
Can you all see that okay? It's very tiny. Does it need to be bigger?
Folder called Hire Ellen. And then the domain name is all the files that go with that domain name are going to go in that folder. So now this isn't something you really have to do. So like I said, don't worry about this step. I'm just walking you through
So
it
you're
because
gonna host her,
I'm hosting her on my charitable cases. And it'll take a little bit of time for that to set up.
Yay, yay.
So
I'll take you wherever I can get it. That's right.
right. So, and I did some other things that people, they just told me they were down on their luck. And I have a heart for that, so I have several charitable cases. So anyway.
Can you create,
Pardon?
Can you create your own hosting if you go straight to GoDaddy? Is
Yes,
that
you
how-
can. You
that how-
purchase
is
the
that how-
hosting. Well, let me tell you
but
what you
that
want.
means you had experienced downtime, or can.
Say that one more time?
but you can experience downtime because you're using their.
All hosting
bandwidth.
companies, you can experience downtime,
Right.
all of them.
Okay.
You know, none of them can say they're up 100%.
Forever, right.
And thus, if you go to GoDaddy, they say they're up 99.9%.
Right.
Okay? And they all pretty much say that. The truth is, do you know, I don't know if you'll know, there are certain things that you can put in place to know if you've been up or down, you know, and you get an email saying, oh, we tried to ping you and it didn't work. That alerts me, but I know to look for it because I have to be awake and alert for all my other clients. So, with hosting if you went to GoDaddy to buy the hosting, there's 3 packages. They have the economy, they have the deluxe, and then they have the pro. And I don't believe anyone really needs the pro, but that's just my opinion. There may be someone who does, you know, I mean, bigger, better. But the deluxe is what I use, and that gives me the extra domain name so I can put more on one hosting account. If I was Nicole Greer, which I'm not, unfortunately. So she has a hosting account with the deluxe, and she hosts the Vibrant Coach, the Vibrant Ministry, and now she's hosting the Vibrant Career Transition. So we'll go there in a second. Meanwhile, while the hosting is catching up the DNS, and I'm not even going to try to explain any of that because I don't know it very well myself. I just know it works, and I'm grateful when it does. So while that's processing over for Hire Ellen, we're going to go to our WordPress, and we have the Vibrant Career Transition, which we've installed. I'm going to show you the installation process in a few, but right now, while we got to wait, I'm going to go where we're installed already. How many people have WordPress.com already accounts? Can't think of the word. Okay, and it's a free website, and the only thing is you don't use your own domain name with that for free. You can do it for a price, but if you wanted to just try this out and you didn't want to worry about paying anything, you go to WordPress.com, you get yourself an account, and you try it out. And I highly recommend it because you get more with that, because you can use that still when you're ready to go on your own, and you can redirect, you know, because once you've driven traffic to that blog, you can use that to drive traffic to your new website. So it's really a good step.
Okay, so
Yes.
I'm gonna say something about that.
Mhm.
Okay, so what she's saying right there, and if my interrupting irritates y'all, you let me